Welcome to this week's edition of New York Now. I'm Dan Clark. You probably already know this by now, but New York lifted its mask mandate this week for most public indoor spaces, and it looks like for now at least, the Omicron wave of the virus is winding down. That's according to Governor Kathy Hochul. But not everyone's happy with how things are shaping out. Some wanted to keep the rule, at least until the numbers get a little bit lower. But others say Hochul didn't go far enough. For now, she's keeping masks in schools, which has critics upset and confused about why the one mandate was lifted while the other was not. Hochul didn't say what metrics she's using for these decisions, but said if numbers stay low, her position could change next month.
That is a very strong possibility, but I will factor all the data that's gathered during that week, look at everything else I've mentioned, as well as global trends. And I also want to make sure that our guidance is very thoughtful on what could possibly re-trigger the institution of this again. Hopefully never again, but we have to be realistic.
Masks will also stay in a few other places like mass transit and healthcare facilities. More on that on our website. That's at nynow.org. In the meantime, a controversy from the Cuomo administration is now bleeding into the Hochul administration. Daryl Camp is here with more. Daryl.
That is correct. The former Cuomo administration was no stranger to controversy during the pandemic, but it looks like some of that will bleed over into the Hochul administration as well. Republicans in the state legislature are calling on Hochul's new health commissioner, Dr. Mary Bassett, to launch a review of the agency's decisions throughout the pandemic. Among them was a controversial directive that required nursing homes in New York to accept COVID-positive patients as long as they could separate them from others. That was in effect for less than 2 months during the height of the pandemic in 2020. But critics have argued the directive helped to spread the virus in nursing homes. Former Health Commissioner Dr. Howard Zucker said at the time that it was staff that spread the virus in those facilities and not COVID-positive patients. So Republicans are saying now that they would like a second look at that directive and the impact that it might have had. Senator Susurino is a Republican from the Hudson Valley.
You know, whenever there's a tragedy, airplane crash, whatever it is, there's a deep dive into an investigation, and that has not happened here, and that's what these families want.
Commissioner Bassett was asked if she would support that kind of investigation this week during a virtual state budget hearing, and she said she was focused on what's happening right now in nursing homes and does not want to rehash decisions that were made when she wasn't there.
It's still critically important to me to make sure that residents of nursing homes remain safe during Omicron, and we've been doing that at the health department.
This is not the first time this issue has come up. In a report last January, investigators with the state AG's office said the directive may have added to the spread of virus in nursing homes, but they didn't say anything definitive. And going back now could be difficult given how much has changed since that time. Albany area Assemblyman John McDonald.
Well, I think the challenge that Dr. Bassett is facing, to be honest with you, is to go back and recreate the scene of the accident when you were even there is very difficult. And a lot of people that were involved are no longer there. The people who are responsible, who had most of the information, are no longer available.
It is possible that Commissioner Bassett could change her mind and launch a new investigation, but so far, there does not seem to be an appetite there from the Hochul administration.
All right, something to keep an eye on. Thank you, Daryl.